all brushed and ready to go. Does it feel nice?
Yeah.
Careful. You gonna do that for a minute? Okay. Let me get dried off. Careful, careful, careful. What I do at this point is I go ahead and get her hair partially dried, and then I go ahead and start styling it. So her body's mostly dry and her head is, you know, like, I don't know, it's drier than it was. And from here, what I'll do is I'll typically just take the end of my comb and I'll start parting her hair. And I'll try to dry it in sections. And this is kind of how I'll leave her hair for the day, like after I pull it up and band it and dry it like this. And then that way we'll be done. Because it's a lot for her. You know, she's had to have a bath and then she's had to dry and had to have her hair brushed twice, basically. Pretty much at this point, all I want to do is just make it be like pretty chill for her. So we just want to dry this section first. And then, like I said, usually what I'll do is the next day, I'll actually go through and repart it and restyle it, because this is a very rough draft of what I really want to see happen. A lot of times I won't dry her hair completely. I'll dry it to the point where I feel like it's okay, but then I don't dry it all the way. And this is what I'm using, by the way. And my top broke. It's my fault. I dropped it and the top broke. So I have a different top, but anyway. All right, back to drying. And she hates to have her head dried, so I try to really just be as accommodating as I can to her, because I understand she doesn't like it. And I just try to, you know, be like, it's fine, like it's not a big deal. She's not a show dog, like that's her one thing that she's like, no, I don't like it. So she doesn't like her feet messed with and she doesn't like her hair dried. And also I'm using the wide section on this comb. So like, I know that needs to be brushed better than this, pretty much is what I'm saying. But I just want to get it dried mostly and brushed the best that I can with it wet like this. And then we'll worry about, you know, the rest of it tomorrow, basically. And this is what I've been doing for pretty much her whole life, so. And so at this point, her part is not straight at all, which, like I said, it's definitely a rough draft that happens right now. I try to make it as straight, like even if it's, this sounds weird. So even if it's like crooked, like even if it doesn't go straight across like I want it, I still try to make sure there's not hairs crisscrossing, because I have heard that that makes it itchy. I've not parted my hair and banded it in this way, so of course I don't know from experience, but from what I've been told, that is extremely itchy and you shouldn't do that. So I try to just make sure the lines are actually straight. Like the hairs aren't crossing the part. That's like the most important thing right now. And technically I guess I could just dry her hair, put her hair in bands while it's wet, but we're not gonna do that. Oh gosh, it was in your mouth, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I used to give her a bath every week, and I used to shave her feet, face, and tail every week. And just that way we really instilled that this was something that was going to be done. Important thing, if you have any dog at all, it's really important to make sure you keep their tail clean, and also to make sure if they have long hair that you actually brush to the skin on their tail. Of course, it's the same with any body part, but their tail in particular, I've noticed that for some reason dogs get infections on their tail from like having clogged glands, and also just from like, I guess maybe it not getting brushed all the way and nobody knows. And then, like, you know, by the time that you find out, it's already infected. Like, I've seen some, I'm sorry, I just hit the table with a brush and it scared her. I've seen some crazy stuff with tails. So it's just really important. But I dried her tail really good. And then now I'm just going over it with our big coral comb. Which I can't think, I think it's called a Big G Slicker. I'll link it for you guys. But usually I don't brush her body out after, because as you guys saw, like her, who is still wet right there. Well, they're on everything. Okay, so what I was trying to say is usually I don't brush her body out after all that. You look good, and you're wild too, aren't you? Yeah, you look good. You look good, look how fluffy. Oh. Look how fluffy she looks. Very fluffy. Very fluffy. Let me see. Let me see, how fluffy are you? You look so good. You look so good, your ears aren't dry all the way, but that's okay. So I didn't dry her ears all the way, and I would love to go through and actually trim her ear hair. So that's exhausting. Maybe it shouldn't be, I don't know, but it's a lot. So I try to break it up into a few sessions, or like over a few days, just whatever I can do. So typically what I'll do, like this morning, I went ahead and I, of course, had to brush her hair before I actually gave her a bath, and then give her a bath, blow dry her, and then rebrush her top knot and her tail. So that's like enough. That took me about 2 hours almost. She wants to puzzle. That's a really good idea, actually. You go, oh, you're gonna sit. Oh, it's so sweet. You wanna do yours next to me instead? There you go. Thank you guys for spending the day with us. I hope you enjoyed seeing Pharaby get groomed, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye guys.